This is the new bottom of the deck, and we see a king of coins here, a very stable person. I think this is someone that wouldn't tolerate this childish behavior, and they would probably see through this person's manipulation and, you know, straighten them out. It's not a very aggressive energy. It's not a very dramatic energy. It's more energy of a grown-up seeing what the kid is doing and, you know, stopping it. I told you were not supposed to eat cookies before dinner, that kind of energy. And here's the old bottom of the deck, and we have the Hierophant in the reversed. So here I'm sensing like family troubles. This might be relating to when we are in a society or in a family, we go through different maturity rights, or there's different maturity levels. There's different ages where we usually go through a certain we become more mature, we can say. And this, for example, the teenage years, or when you have your midlife crisis, is typical examples. In old societies, these are connected to religion, culture, society, tribe. They made a lot of fuss out of this, and a person needed to prove that they had come to a certain level. And I think this kind of helped to highlight the necessity of personal growth. And people also wanted to obtain the next level. They wanted to grow. Now people can stay babies their whole life, and, and there's no society telling them that they should grow up. It's it's not the same great roadmap that might have been for elderly societies or tribes. Some of them which was rather cruel, like tossing out your child in the wilderness. If they survive, they become a grown-up. If they died, well, they weren't mature enough. So it's not always great, but it depends on the methods, I guess. So this is what's on your mind, with the person most on your mind, and this is the situation with said person. This is what's on their mind with you, and this is your feelings towards them, the bond between you two, their feelings towards you. This is your behaviors and attitudes, the outcome for August, and their behaviors and attitudes. So we start with a situation, and we have a 7 of coins, and I'm feeling this is like the King of Pentacles, waiting for the other person to mature or grow up. It's also another element. I think the immature person has been waiting for you to reach out if you are the King of Pentacles. Maybe that didn't happen, but definitely the element of having, you know, a child and having hope that this child will grow, but it never does. And the child can be your brother, constantly doing a lot of shenanigans and, you know, stealing the family's money to buy drugs or whatever. Or it can be your wife that refuses to take responsibility for the economy of the family and, you know, buy endless amount of shoes. And you're waiting patiently for them to, you know, grow up. And here we have what's on your mind, and it's the 4 of Wands in the reversed. So it's hard for you to have a relationship with this person. So you probably have said no to them because you haven't seen like growth with them. So you have become disappointed with their behavior, with their like how they apply themselves to the situation or try to work through the situation. And so therefore you probably love them, but you don't want to have a relationship with them as long as they behave like this or doesn't grow up. And this is what's on the other person's mind. And we can see they don't want to grow up. They don't want to take the necessary step. They probably want to, I feel like a teenager energy, like a person wants to discover the world and do things for themselves. And they haven't gone the full circle to coming back and seeing, life is empty without other people, without my tribe, without my wife or my husband. It's like someone that's still aiming to walk away or aiming to fulfill their life or find the Holy Grail or do something for themselves. I do think that this person wants you to be there for them. So that's why they're using the Knight of Wands charm there together with the Page of Cups. So maybe you're trying to make you wait for them or hang on to them while they are doing their own thing here and not really committing to the relationship or to the situation. So this is the bond between you two, and we have an 8 of Wands. So 8 of Wands is a pretty strong bond. It shows like a rushing energy and that something needs to be solved now. It's like something happening very soon, or a new energy coming in from a divine direction as well. It can be a little bit like a knocking out energy. We can become really tired, but it's an energy that wants to clean out our life, or make our life great, or clear up miscommunication, or make people see what's really healthy or beneficial for them. So we'll see where it goes with that. There's a lot of fire energy here. And this is your feelings towards them. 9 of Wands. Okay, so I'm basically seeing you maybe putting more words into this mix and telling the person that you don't like their behavior. It might not be nice words, but with the 8 of Wands, it's a really good energy. So if it's tough love that you're displaying here, then it's kind of divinely supported, because someone needs to shake this person a little bit to make them mature or grow or see their error in their ways. And here we have this person's feelings, and we have the 8 of Coins in the reverse. So they don't want to do the work. It's like the teenager that don't want to do breakfast, but wants you to serve breakfast. And if they're doing breakfast for themselves, they're not doing it for the other people in the household. Or they don't take care of their dishes, or they don't tell you where they are going. It's things like this. So it's very juvenile energy, but it's 8, so it shows that the divine again has their eyes on this. 7, 8 also, 7 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, that it's karma, it's an eternity symbol, it's something goes around in this person's life, and their guides is trying to make them see, like, you need to grow. This is the bad consequences of your actions, but if you grow, if you mature, you will have better consequences. So this is really like all eyes are on this situation, and they want this person to snap out of their adolescence. So either it can be a teenager with a really rough adolescence. It can be a younger child that's very individualistic, wants to do things their way, don't take consideration to other people. So it can be in their personality. And as long as it's up to teenage years, it's things that's going to be fixed automatically with how people grow and mature. So usually it will be solved. But if this is an older person, then it's a problem. It's a person that has halted in their growth. And this is your behaviors and attitudes. And we have a 6 of Cups in the reverse. So it says that, of course, you would want to fix this situation. Of course, you want to have a happy relationship with this person, and you want them to have a happy life, but you are giving up on this. You don't make gestures towards this anymore. It can be, for example, you lend this person money before, now you're never going to give them a penny because they never pay back, and they are not even grateful for the money you gave them. Or it can be that you have given all your love to this person, but you realize that they are smug, so it's no point. And this is their behaviors and attitudes. And we actually have a Hermit here, so that's a good thing. I think they will have some consequences. I don't see them really, but I'm seeing the divine is working intensely on them, which might make them circle back and think, okay, did I do something wrong? Should I have done something in a better way? Is there something I could look upon and see if I can think in another way next time, or do things in another way next time? So this is actually good. But it's not a reconciling energy per se. The person is kind of circling back to you. Here they were walking away, but here the divine is forcing them to look at the situation, and here they genuinely look like the divine has gotten their attention, and they say, okay, I'm looking. What am I supposed to look at? And we'll see the outcome here. Temperance card. So the alchemic wedding. So there's definitely something that this person can learn from the relationship with you. You seem like less engaged in this situation. You're probably not supposed to do much about this situation than be like the King of Pentacles, like sitting on your throne, guarding your money a little bit. You didn't come this far. You didn't build all this to just be wasteful with your money, resources, your love. You only invite people in. Like here's a person kind of deciding who's going to be invited or not. You only invite people in that add to the comfort of your castle. You don't invite in like beggars and robbers and people that refuses to grow up and take responsibility for their life. So this is the mood you're in right now, and you're supposed to be in this mood because you're not supposed to run after this person and fix their problem, because that's just making them more spoiled. They are rather to be faced with divine consequences and karma, so that they will look at the error in their ways and try to compromise and do better. Because this is, I'm feeling that they might come to you and say that they're sorry and say, okay, I realize I screwed up, so what can I do? So that's a much better energy than the combination of the Knight of Wands and the Page of Cups, which is kind of horrible. Okay, I can still feel like it's a sweet energy because the person doesn't know that they are like a schmug. They think that they are so charming and nice. So it's really like a baby that's charming people and then doing shenanigans. So it's sweet, but it's not sweet in an elderly person or a person that should have grown out of this state. I never felt safe loving you. Yeah, okay, so we can see this combination here, that the person is running away also from something, and it might be that they feel they can't live up to your expectations. They can't be as solid as you. They can't keep track of their money the way you do, or they can't plan for the future the way you do. So I feel that this person hasn't felt unconditionally loved by you. It's not your fault. It's probably them having a lot of insecurities and feeling inadequate. And so their escapism and how they run away might be to protect themselves, because they feel like you might judge them in the end and render them hopeless and say, that's the door. And it's a little bit what has happened here. So it's usually like that. If we fear something, we will create it. This person has probably created it with energy of not investing themselves enough in the relationship, and then you said, oh, you're hopeless, that's the door. And then this person says, yeah, I knew it, I never felt safe loving you. But it's them that has created the situation with their own fear. And it's usually like that for all of us, that we create the worst, the thing we don't want, because we fear it so much that we create it with our own fear. I love you more than words can say. They might have been a little bit low on words, and maybe the divine is forcing them here to step up and, say something that's a little bit more than I want to have fun or I love you for now. So it's like the divine is requiring them to step up their game here. It's for their sake also. Then they don't need to feel like a screw up if they don't act like one anymore. And my surrounding didn't approve. I think their surrounding doesn't approve right now. Like the divine doesn't approve of their lifestyle. They might have friends, family that doesn't approve of the way they are doing things and talking sense into them. So you are invited to say things to them, like how you see the error in their ways. But I'm also thinking that other people are doing this, and also the divine. It's not that this person is, they're bad or flawed. And the divine hates them and they need to change their ways. It's more help. It's more that divine says, if I have heard your prayers, you said that you feel lost, you feel empty, you feel like you don't have a place in the world. This is how you can get a place in the world, by applying yourself, by asking people how they are, by caring about people, by really putting in an effort and being there for another person. So it's really a help. It's not a punishment. This is your perspective. I want to marry you. You actually have the marrying card there, but right now you have started to look at this decision that you took and see maybe this is not a great marriage material. The Seven of Pentacles doesn't seem to grow the way I thought it would do. It doesn't seem to pay off the way I thought it would do. But I think the foundation is that you love this person enough to marry them, but they are screw up in some way. And I'm scared of showing vulnerability. I cry myself to sleep. Yeah, it's no use in showing vulnerability towards this person because they wouldn't care. They only care if they are hurt. They don't care if you are hurt. So this has probably forced you to grow up a great deal, even if you cry yourself to sleep. I think the King of Pentacles is installed inside of you to become a little bit more like a parent to your inner child that might cry themselves to sleep. Because you can't get help from this person. If you need anything, they can't give it to you. If they need anything, you can give it to them. So you have probably lacked love, support, a lot of different things in this relationship. But I think it has strengthened you in a way, because it's no use for you to show vulnerability. No one will listen to your whining, okay? And it's no use to crying, because this person doesn't care. They know they are crybaby themselves, so they know a manipulation when they see it, like far from afar. So nothing of this is helpful. So this is actually forcing you to grow up and become more resilient, rock solid, strong, more judgmental, maybe, like sorting, not being this naive person thinking that the world will always save you, but actually looking at a situation from a more judgmental point of view, which is typical for Aquarius to do so. So many Aquarius might find themselves on this side of the street, because when we are over controlling, we don't open up, we are not vulnerable, we don't show compassion. It's very much like a 3-year-old. They have very little compassion. They're a little bit tendency to be narcissistic and only think about themselves. And it's a very, like the growth of a person and their maturity is kind of mirroring the evolution of humanity as well. And maybe humanity in the whole is much like a 3-year-old, a person that's starting to defining who they are apart from the world, the animals, the trees, but becoming very selfish in doing so and being pretty narcissistic. And we need to step out of that and grow into the next age, like a 6-year-old that can feel a lot of empathy and can see other people's side of things. I have the empath on this side and the non-empath on this side, the person that doesn't care. And it can also be the divine masculine on this side and the divine feminine on this side. Doesn't mean that we have only feminine people on this side. A lot of feminine persons will be on this side. Being selfish is the key here. Like a person that I don't care for your feelings as long as I have my shit on dry land. So it's that kind of attitude. Okay, so we'll see what the divine will say about this relationship. And we have getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. I think you can really learn from one another, and communication is the key here. Instead of just sulking and, having tears and thinking that the person is hopeless and feeling like a victim, it's about telling them, like becoming more the teacher that takes the pupil by the ear and saying, now you need to listen. This is how it is. You don't hit other students or whatever is going on here. I'm not saying that teachers should pull children by the ear, but it's a saying. Okay. So this is the advice for you. And we have change in the wind. So I'm thinking it's this with you have been open and vulnerable, but maybe a little bit too wishy-washy, too like exposing yourself to the elements and to bad people, because you're like this little child begging for attention, and this hasn't worked very well for you. So, but the change is coming here with you becoming more grown up and, drying your own tears. And this you have learned from this person that's very cold and doesn't have any tears, I might add. It's how we learn from each other. That's why relationships are such a spark for spiritual growth. And this is for the other person, the yang energy. Yeah, this person needs to start to take responsibility and stop saying, I don't care. I only care about myself. If you hurt, it's what's it to me? I don't feel your pain anyway. So 12, 10, 12. A sense that unseen change has been initiated, preparation for a storm, awareness that your plans are not on firm ground, feeling a shift, uncertainty about which direction the winds will blow. It's human nature to yearn for certainty and resist change. 2, changing page. To want the world to remain consistent like a zebra's stripes. Yet nothing in human experience is black and white, nor will anything remain static. The one thing guaranteed is change. Now is a time of transformation, as outer conditions are temporarily moving out of sync with your desires and expectations. Stay the course and remember that even storms serve to clear the air, scatter seeds and nourish the soil for better things ahead. Life is about to get interesting. Anticipate it with curiosity as you wonder what is coming in on the shifting winds. The unknown is where the magic lies. So you didn't get what you want. This person never, they didn't start to behave, and you got sick and tired and you became a grown-up. So that's a good thing. But it's also the wind of change. You didn't get what you wanted and what you kind of ordered. So relationships go through periods where seem out of sync with each other, and stormy emotions and moods threaten to take down the ship. Perhaps someone has a change of heart and leaves. I think this person has acted very casual with you. These rough seas offers opportunities for mutual growth, a way for you to understand your own heart better and to know that what you need to be truly happy. So instead of whining and crying to this person that didn't listen anyway, you realize that you need to be your own adult person taking care of you. Rest assured that whatever is happening now, good will come from it. Take temporary shelter and remove yourself from drama. The air will clear and everything will pass fresh and new again. This too shall pass. And this is the real core advice for you for this whole reading. Take temporary shelter and remove yourself from drama. Be the King of Pentacles. Sit tight in your own castle. Know your worth, and don't let anyone destroy what you have been building for yourself. So for this person, it's about becoming more selfish, and this person needs to become less selfish. 1, I'm the one. It's like the magician energy. 1, only I counts. The 3-year-old. I'm not saying the yang is 3-year-old, but I'm just pointing out the number 1. The masculine principle of movement and creative activity, the power to make things happen, taking action. Yang represent the power of action, the energies that propel the world forward and manifesting thought and desire into concrete form. Now is the perfect time to act, for you can easily build momentum and make headway. What you want will come to fruition if you proceed confidently. This card signifies new life and is a sure sign that obstacles have been overcome. There is no reason to hesitate. You are the shaper of your own destiny. Circumstances are supporting action on your part. It's okay to make the first move in a relationship. Trust that you will quickly know where you stand in matters of the heart.